Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Taslia, Class A, English Education 2018. Now I'm in 5th semester. In this video, I will explain what I have learned from the English for Specific Purpose course taught by my lecturer, Mr. Adi Isma, SPD MPD. Well, I will be begun. Firstly, I will convey the meaning of the English for Specific Purpose, for short ESP. ESP is a learner-centered approach to teaching English as an additional language, which focuses on developing communicative competencies in specific disciplines such as academia, accounting, agrology, business, IT, teaching, and engineering. In ESP course, I have learned 7 material. The first is the origin of ESP. There are 3 main reasons for the emergence of ESP. The first is the demands of a brave new world. A new world that is peaceful after the World War is dominated by 2 powers, that is technology and trade, which in the continual progress have created a demand of international language, so that English is now the subject of necessity. Then the second is a revolution in linguistics. In real life, there are several differences in the use of language in several parts of life, such as office, hospital, and others. And the use of language varies from situation to situation, so it must be possible to characterize certain situation. And the third is focus on learning. This is because students are seen as having different needs and interests. Then the third material is talk about ESP approach, not product. The ELT3 diagram show the ESP is the only branch of EFL or ESL where the main branch is ELT in general. ESP is not a language product but as learning to teach language with specific and clear reasons for learning. ESP is not a special variety of teaching English. Language is used for specific purpose. ESP is not just a method of scientific words and grammar for scientists. ESP doesn't differ in kind of some other forms of language teaching. Then the fourth material is about language description. We can identify various ideas about language that affects ESP with 6 main points of its development. The first is classical or traditional grammar. The second is structural linguistic. Then transformational generative grammar, language variation and register analysis, function or national grammar, and discourse rhetorical analysis. Next, let's talk about fifth material about theories of learning. There are 5 main stages of development in the theory of how learners learn and relate each to the needs of ESP students and teachers. The first is behavioralism, learning as habit formation, mentalism, thinking as rule governed activity, cognitive code, learners as thinking beings, the affective factor, learners as emotional beings, and learning and acquisition. There is also a model of learning. One of the learning methods presented in this material is to describe the mind as a network of connection, more like a road map. In practice, the implication is that language description and learning theories must be chosen according to the needs of learners. Then the next material is about need analysis. Needs analysis is carried out to ensure the accuracy and suitability of the program with learners, with a curriculum and situation in which English will be used. It will reveal the problem inhibiting the success of learning learns, the characteristic of learners, what situation and how English is used. Needs analysis can be carried out through questionnaires, interviews, observation, tests, authentic data collection, and case studies. You do this by carrying out this data collection to people who have authority over the learners and to the learners themselves. Then the last material is talk about approaches to course design. There are three main approaches used in designing a course. The first is language-centered approach. It focuses on students' performance regarding the condition of their learning goals. The second is skill-centered approach. This approach aims to provide opportunities for students to use and evaluate skills and strategies that are deemed necessary in learning. Then the third is learning-centered approach. This approach has the principle that learning is determined by the teacher in total. In conclusion, ESP is a learner-centered approach to teaching English as an additional language, which initially appeared on the basis of the need for international language to be focused on learners. And ESP is not a language product, but as learning to teach language, which is demonstrated with specific and clear reasons for learning. In this course, there are also several learning theories. There are explanations about needs analysis and methods, as well as the approach used in the designing the course. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope this useful, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.